of our democratic experiment. Other countries in Africa never had it the way we have. There have been chaos, there have been fights, there have been protests across some countries in Africa. We thank God that our transition in 2009, then we had another one, we're having another one. Now, let me run you through the history of the Fourth Republic. Ghanaians, as our head of state or president, from the 7th January 1993 to 7th January 2001. He was
distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen,
of Ghana.
We also have in our midst head of state of Kenya, His Excellency William Ruto.
Took up the mantle from the 7th of January 2001 to the 7th of January 2009. Then Professor John Atta Mills also took up the mantle from the 7th of January 2009, and he died in office 3 years later. In fact, it was 3 years, 199 days. Then John Mahama took over and was our president for the rest of the term of Professor John Evans Atta Mills. And he was eventually voted into office and inaugurated on the 7th of January 2012. And he was in the seat till the 7th of January 2017. 4 years, 167 days. Then the mantle fell on Naana from the 7th of January 2017 till yesterday, in actual fact, when he had to relinquish the seat through the due democratic process which Ghana has now been known for. Now we are awaiting
We are currently at the stage where we are expecting the Right Honourable Speaker's procession to enter the chamber. And so that is the stage where we are now. We already completed the other stage in terms of the Chief Justice and the Justice of the Superior Courts coming in to take their seats. And so the next step that we expect to happen is that the Speaker will come in, will enter the chamber. All members were expected to rise to receive him.
Our goal. Distinguished viewers, our very special guest of honor is the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Ahmed Bola Tinubu. He is also the chairperson of the Economic Community of West African States, and he is gracing us with his presence today.
On your screens now are the members of the Supreme Court, the judges of the Supreme Court who are here present. Because whatever is being done here today has legal repercussions, their presence here is very, very, very important.
So we are seeing the arrival of more dignitaries.
That speech, many thought was a defining...
Members of Parliament. You can see the Honorable Sam George, the Honorable Haruna Idrisu, Honorable Muntaka, and a host of their colleagues from the National Democratic.
Your Excellencies, Distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, arriving now is the Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Alban Sumana Kingsford Babin. Shall we please rise to welcome the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament?
And other security agencies who are also present. All is now set for the arrival of the Speaker of Parliament, the Right Honorable Alban Sumana Kingsford Babin. Very soon, the entire space
distinguished
of this
guests,
sphere will be converted
very
to
soon
Parliament.
the entire space of this sphere will be converted to Parliament for the swearing in of the President-elect and Vice President-elect.
The arrival of the Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Alban Sumana Kingsford Babin. He will very soon call this place to order, and this place will be converted to Parliament for the swearing in of the President and Vice President-elect.
You know, yesterday I learned from the Speaker that his name is Sumana. You know, and sometimes we in the media mispronounce the names of people a lot. And I think we must up our game.
Please be seated.
Taking the advice or on how to mention names.
Shortly, we will be joined by the President-elect and Vice President-elect of the Republic of Ghana, and they will be received by the Speaker of Parliament.
You've not met before. Just...
Indeed, we will all try to get the pronunciations of our names right, but we must also acknowledge that we all come from different backgrounds, different religion and ethnic backgrounds, and this can sometimes affect the pronunciation, but as courtesy demands, it is something that we all must learn to pronounce names from the north, from the east. West, regardless. In tradition,
distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we also have in our midst the Crown Prince of Bahrain,
the peaceful transition.
Salma bin Hamad Al
The
Khalifa.
atmosphere here is simply electrifying. There's so much noise in the stadium, and it's all in joy and it's all in celebration of this historic moment in the history of
at the Blaster Square. Yes, I can see Honorable Kofi Totobi Kwachi, Honorable Seth Lekwe. These are all stalwarts of the NDC, and they are here present to witness this historic occasion.
Very shortly, we will be joined by the President-elect and the Vice President-elect, who will be received by the Speaker of Parliament, after which parliamentary proceedings will commence. As mentioned, we have various security agencies supporting the Ghana Police Service to provide security. Some of the duties include crowd and traffic control. There are so many people in attendance this morning, so security personnel are deployed at various locations to ensure the total safety.
Seats for the President-elect, John Dramani Mahama, whose arrival we're still waiting, and we're expecting, I'm sure the Vice President-elect will come first, and then Dramani Mahama will follow suit. Already, party supporters are all ready for this particular action, and Maxwell has been interacting with some of them, and of course some guests as well. See how packed the stands are at the Black Star Square.
Yeah. Just don't go there if you're not there already. It's just a bad idea. Don't even think about it. Maybe just watch us on Joy News instead. Yeah. We'll give you every moment live in
you get the
living
best
color.
view here.
Absolutely.
Actually, yes.
Yeah.
And Kojo is here with the best commentary. That's my takeaway. Well,
oh, it'll get worse.
Yeah, I know. I know. And speaking of Speaker Alban Bagbin, really, he now becomes the second number 3 gentleman to actually take that role for the second time after D.F. Annan. Yeah. Remember, because they've all done it once. Ebenezer Sitchi Hughes, Joyce Bamford Addo, Dua Jaho, they've all done this just once. Yeah. And Speaker Alban Bagbin got that overwhelming support, and he's doing it again for the second time. He promises to do it better. There are those who have said that with the history behind them in terms of the relationship between himself and the President-elect John Dramani Mahama some time ago, some public criticism amongst others. Some have said this is the time for them to put it behind. I heard your engagement with Amavi earlier about whether this parliament will actually be able to put the executive on its toes. Some have said is the reason they are keeping Alban Bagbin, but as to whether he's able to do it is the issue I heard you raise earlier.
I mean, if anybody can, it should be him. He has shown in the past that he's capable of towing a central line, or even in some cases standing up to his own party. He's shown that he can do it. If anybody can, it'll be him. And that role has never almost anything. So they have the least motivation to check the executive. It's their own president in power. They've come through a period when they were on the struggling end, trying to keep the executive in check, because the executive, of course, came from the opposite party. But this time around, it's their own man in there, and their own man has certainly played a role in choosing the speaker. Yes. So there is this question about whether Alban Bagbin has the motivation to be that central line that he was in the past. Will he be able to do it?
Will he be allowed to do it? Will he be given the free room to do that? We are seeing some V8s with a police vehicle in the middle arriving as we speak.
This will be yet another dignitary. I believe this will be another foreign president.
The vice president-elect, or is just a foreign
Well, I see a foreign flag on one of these vehicles.
Okay.
So I think it's a foreign dignitary that's arriving. I must say, the security provisions for the foreign presidents have been top-notch, each of them with a full security detail and an ambulance to ensure that wherever they are on this planet, their protocols
the IGP gave you that
security,
assurance,
are in place. And they've got several units who have trained for this day, working in unison. I mean, you can imagine the airwaves around Black Star Square crackling with radio signals as communication continues in a seamless manner to ensure that things are done with absolute pinpoint accuracy, because lives depend on it. You know, not that we're expecting some assassins to be lurking in the shadows. This is Ghana. We don't do that. But of course, it's important to provide for all manner of security, because you never know when you'll need it. So today you can see that the police are in full force doing what they do best. Every single police boot shined to perfection, every single uniform pressed and ironed, every single remote and walkie-talkie filled with fresh batteries. Nobody is going to fail on this all-important day.
There'll be no change of battery at any point.
There is not going to be any battery as these matters on this all-important.
I've seen before in our shot, Joyce Bawa Muktari, Selassie Ibrahim, and then, of course, the minority leader, Alexander Fenyomarking, in that traditional regalia. He's in his kente and white shirt, the Rawlings type, and or the Kwame Nkrumah type, I should say, and then Valerie Sawyer, all seated. Jacob Zuma, there in your shot, the former South African president, in your shot. I told you, 21 heads of state and also former heads of state are all here for this particular event. And it's interesting that Jacob Zuma is here. And then we have 3 vice presidents also here. We have more vehicles arriving. This is also a president of another country also arriving again. And it does appear that we'll have all the presidents, visiting presidents and heads of state arrive. Then we'll have the vice president-elect and John Mahama, also the president-elect, arriving for this event to start. It does appear we are still on schedule. We're supposed to start at 11. It's 10:38 and
we're moving steadily. Yeah, the protocol is that all dignitaries must be seated before the special guest arrives. The special man of the moment, the incoming president, arrives. And we seem to be seeing that happening on schedule. What we are seeing, though, is a doubling up Normally, we would see one dignitary arrive at a time, but we've got them all in a queue now so that they can disembark with speed and get seated so that we can stick to the time, because I believe that we are probably just around, just past the halfway point of the number of foreign presidents, at least, who are attending. But it's not only foreign presidents, we have vice presidents, we have ministers representing foreign leaders, all here today for this important event.
Earlier, you were commending the security arrangement, and then, of course, the organizers. I think you're not done with that, because you need to commend the state protocol also and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs team that have also worked so hard to get this going. We're talking about
heavy lifting.
Yes.
Yeah, especially.
What about the air batteries? What about the air batteries?
Nobody's batteries can
They are concerned about. They've also shined their shoes and pressed everything, and I'm sure the military will also come to you as we speak. They've also, so you need to acknowledge all of them.
They have also shined their shoes.
Do it for them.
Yes. We said, well, you can see it. I mean, it doesn't even need.
Yeah, that's the chief of staff in your shot.
There you go.
There, Julius Debra, with the team there already. That's the chairman of the NDC, Johnson Asiedun Ketia, in his white outfit, is a political suit, of course, with the NDC colors somewhere in there as well. You
can see the nerves, and the excitement as he sits comfortably in his seat. He keeps moving his knees. You can see that there's a lot of tension built up. Paul Kagame has made the trip to be here on this auspicious
Who
day.
is not here?
I wonder. That list will probably be shorter than the list of those who are here. Paul Kagame, of course, you can understand why this is important to a man like Kagame, who has, in many ways, in spite of being a dictator, has handed over a lot of power in his government to Parliament and other institutions and organs. He has a desire to see his nation run in a way that would be sustainable beyond his stay in the high office. And it's an example to the rest of Africa. Of course, and let's not dispute the fact that he is indeed a dictator, but he is one.
A lot of people will come at you for that.
Oh no, but it's the reality.
Yes, it is.
It's the reality. But he is somebody who actually does want to see representation.
A friendly dictator.
Yeah, he wants to see representation in his government. He wants to see devolution of power, and that is an example for all other nations. Ghana is no exception. In this particular situation where we have this supermajority in Parliament, it is something to really think about. This is the time when separation of powers will be at its highest risk. It will be most difficult to separate powers with a supermajority in Parliament. But with people like Paul Kagame here, there is a reminder that it is possible. Pun intended.
Power is indeed transient, because you've seen President Akufo-Addo now receiving guests. He's arrived earlier than he ought to. It's interesting, but we're seeing more arrivals and party supporters hailing someone coming in.
Indeed. And now, at this moment, I think we're seeing the arrival of the incoming president.
Should be the vice president-elect.
The vice president-elect, thank you for that.
Or they come together?
Yes. Now, it starts, of course, with a procession.
Yes.
So you will observe that the horses that are supposed to herald the president are all in line behind this particular vehicle that we're observing.
Yes.
And then, of course, you've got the police delegation, 3 motorbikes, following another vehicle. Now, they've gone for the Infinity vehicles, following a Mercedes-Benz. I don't know whether this is a suggestion that these will be the vehicles that the president tends to use while he's in office. But we've got one of the most beloved religious leaders, the national imam.
The national chief imam, Sheikh Nuhu Shaributu.
Indeed,
there as
seated
well.
Comfortably, awaiting the arrival of the man of the moment. You've got so many people holding Ghana flags. That's another special thing.
Yes.
You're seeing that people are opting for Ghana flags rather than party colors.
I've seen just one party flag so far. But we see a lot of miniature flags there, Ghana flags, and most people in white and waving it. And the MPs are also seated.
It's a positive signal. Yes. You see Kofi Adams there, seated between 2 ladies. ladies, and there are many other members of Parliament
yes.
on that particular day. I believe that is a space reserved for them. It's a difficult day to be in the sun, I've got to say. I really feel.
And that's the leadership
officials
of Parliament. You see Governor Kwame Abuja. You see Ahiafo, who is now the first Deputy Speaker of Parliament, and Andrew Sesiama.
Is that Frank Anodompre?
Yes, he's a leader on the side of the minority. Yes, he's there. Yeah. And you see him
Patrick
with,
yes,
of course, they are all there. And you see, what you call him, the outgoing Education Minister, Dr. Yawose Educhum.
That's right.
And we've been told that the majority side are maintaining their leadership as we speak, at least. We don't know if it will change at some point, but it does appear that it will change, because we've been told that Atuforse maybe very well maybe the finance minister, and if that happens, it does appear that he would have to relinquish that position of majority leader and hand it over to someone else. Who that will be remains to be seen. We are told about Mahama Yariga, amongst others, but Ama Kofi Boa is also in pole position.
Indeed.
Knowing that speech that he gave after the SONA.
It's one of the things that we're definitely going to be occupied with after today. The speculation about who
about the appointments, right? On one side of the executive, who becomes what in terms of positions. And then, so we're told now that the Vice President-elect, Professor, I think I should allow you to do that, since that's your Vice Chancellor. She's arriving. I am so excited about that we are having the first female Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Professor Naana Opoku-Agyemang, and she's arriving, and the Speaker is getting ready
and you know
to
what?
receive her.
You should be excited, because this is somebody who has clocked several firsts throughout her career.
Yes.
She did things to prove that they can be done. And after being the first female vice chancellor of a university here in Ghana, you know, something that really broke the doors open. And since then, there have been several others.
I was hoping to hear you say the best university in Ghana.
But
you can't say that, can you?
Do I need to remind you?
No.
Every single...
The best of Ghana says they produce all the presidents in this country.
Every single global chart puts the University of Cape Coast at the very top. It might well be the best in Africa. But let's not go there.
No, please.
She was the first female vice chancellor of that institution, after which she became first female minister for education, another position during which she clocked several firsts. And now she takes up this all-important and historic position as first ever female vice president of the Republic of Ghana.
Well deserved.
You know, first to be at the very top of the bill at the presidency, sitting right next to the president, deputizing for him whenever he's out of the jurisdiction or unable to carry out his duties. This is huge. And of course, for somebody like Professor Naana Opoku-Agyemang to have done it, it just demonstrates for a change that sometimes merit can get you there.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not about who you know, it's not about, you know,
who you associate with,
it's not
or who opens the door for you.
Who you bribe or...
Your hard work gets you there.
Sometimes just by being good at your job, you can rise to the top.
Yes.
And that is a beautiful example, a story we can all tell our children. It's a thing to be proud of in ways that I cannot even begin to express. And it doesn't matter what you think of her, her politics, her decisions, her character. It doesn't matter. She has done this by doing well.
Yes.
And that is to be respected. And today, everybody who stands up, who claps for her, who salutes her as she takes the oath of office, will be doing that with heartfelt knowledge that they are congratulating someone for a job well done. It's an example I am glad we can point to. And you can see
ceremonial horses.
The horses
are making an entrance,
indeed.
A grand entrance.
Indeed, the horsemen leading these all-important vehicles that are bringing in the VIPs of the day. Now, these horsemen, another important job, by the way, they train and practice all day to get this right. But we can take you there now so that we can capture the sights and sounds and the feel of this all-important moment in history. Let's go live to the Black Star Square.
The bedlam here is intense. It is intense. There is much joy, happiness, excitement, all in readiness for what we are about to witness.
And security is also in full force. We have various security personnel deployed to ensure the total safety and security of personnel. They are all playing critical roles to ensure that this event goes seamlessly, devoid of any major hitches. We have rich display of culture.
I believe that is...
And that is DSP Mary Agamba. She's in charge of the police mounted.
Invited guests arriving now is the President-Elect of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Shall we all wave our flags to welcome him? Distinguished invited guests, arriving now is the President-Elect John Dramani Mahama. He is accompanied by his spouse, soon-to-be First Lady, Her Excellency Lordina Dramani Mahama. Shall we all wave our flags to welcome him? Into the Chamber of Parliament here at the Black Star Square. The entourage of Parliament includes the Clerks of Parliament and other senior officials of Parliament. We will soon enter the Chamber of Parliament, and so the Speaker of Parliament will shortly take over. Shall we please rise as they process into the chamber? I wish to announce that only accredited photographers and media personnel are allowed at the designated places on the square. Please, if you are not authorized to be on the square, kindly move back.
Honorable members, you may now resume your seats. Honorable members, I now have the singular honor and pleasure to invite Her Ladyship, the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana, to administer the oaths to the President-elect and the Vice President-elect. We will start with the Vice President-elect, who will take and subscribe to the oath of allegiance and the oath of the Vice President. Your Ladyship, the Chief Justice, you may now do so now.
Your Excellency, first the oath of allegiance. Kindly say after me. I,
Professor Naana Jane Opoku-Agyemang,
do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance.
To the Republic of Ghana.
To the Republic of Ghana.
As by law established.
As by law established.
That I will uphold.
That I will uphold.
The sovereignty and integrity of Ghana.
The sovereignty and integrity of Ghana.
And that I will preserve.
And that I will preserve.
Protect. And defend. The Constitution.
The Constitution.
Of the Republic of Ghana.
Of the Republic of Ghana.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Your Excellency, now the oath of the Vice President. I, Professor Naana Jane Opoku-Agyemang, having been elected to the office of Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, to the office of Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, do in the name of the Almighty God swear. Do in the name of the Almighty God swear that I will be faithful. That I will be faithful and true to the Republic of Ghana. To the Republic of Ghana. That I will at all times. That I will at all times preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. The Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. And I dedicate myself to the service and well-being of the people of the Republic of Ghana. And to do right. To all manner of persons. I further solemnly swear that should I at any time break this oath of office, I shall submit myself to the laws of the Republic of Ghana, and suffer the penalty for it. So help me God. Congratulations, Madam Vice President.
Thank you.
Lift your
Honorable members, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana shall now sign the oath book.
So that's the Vice President-elect. It's now no longer elect. Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Professor Naana Jane Opoku-Agyemang, has just taken the oath of office, oath of allegiance, now subscribing to that oath and appending her signature to it, that oath administered by the Chief Justice of the Republic. As we speak now, we have the first, it's official, we have the first female Vice President of the Republic of Ghana. Professor Naana Jane Opoku-Agyemang has just taken that oath and has been sworn in as Vice President of the Republic looking all beautiful and signing that particular oath that she's just subscribed to. And we are waiting for the
And I have the pleasure and Excellency, the President-elect, to take and subscribe and the presidential oath to do so.
Your Excellency, kindly say after me. This is the oath of allegiance. I, your name,
John Dramani Mahama,
do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
That I will bear true faith.
That I will bear true faith.
And allegiance.
And allegiance.
To the Republic of Ghana.
To the Republic of Ghana.
As by law established.
As by law established.
That I will uphold.
And that I will uphold.
The sovereignty.
The sovereignty.
And integrity.
And integrity.
Of Ghana.
Of Ghana.
And that I will preserve.
And that I will preserve.
Protect.
Protect.
And defend.
And defend.
The Constitution.
The Constitution.
Of the Republic of Ghana.
Of the Republic of Ghana.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Your Excellency, now the presidential oath. I,
John Dramani Mahama,
having been elected
to
the high office of President of the Republic of Ghana, do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
That I will be faithful.
That I'll be faithful.
And true.
To
the Republic of Ghana.
To the Republic of Ghana.
That I will at all times.
That I will at all times.
Preserve. Protect. And defend. The Constitution. Of the Republic of Ghana. And that I dedicate myself. To the service. And well-being. Of the people. Of the Republic of Ghana. And to do right. To all manner of persons. I further. Solemnly swear. That should I. At any time. Break this oath of office. I shall submit myself. To the laws of the Republic of Ghana. And suffer. The penalty for it. So help me God. Congratulations, Mr. President. Let me be the first.
And the down is what? Matime.
And Ghana has the 6th president of the Republic of Ghana in the person of a former president and 66-year-old John Dramani Mahama. He's just taking the presidential oath and the oath of allegiance, and now is just showing us the presidential sword. And of course, he is the president of the Republic of Ghana, looking all resplendent in that agbada, adorned with kente lining right there. All went straight to the wife, Lordina Mahama, to give that special hug. It's like, baby, I made it. And of course, I am the 6th president of the Republic of Ghana. And you can't help but notice, I've been talking about his agbada, you can't help but notice the Adinkra symbols on the front, imprinted on the front of that particular agbada.
Cluster of 4 Adinkra symbols in a square formation on the front of the agbada. The one at the top is
the Nyamidia.
The Nyamidia Adinkra symbol, which translates into tree of God. Yes. It's a symbol that represents the presence of God, the ever-continuing presence of God.
And it's the first,
it's the first symbol. So you can imagine the message being sent here is that I intend to do this with God. With me at all times.
And you see the next one?
Yes, which is on
the Sankofa.
On the left when you face him, and that's the Sankofa symbol. Sankofa, of course, is about preserving tradition. Yes. It's about looking back to see the way forward. But you
can't help but just loosely translated that. We've just gone back for a former president. Sankofa Yenchi, is that back, what they always say?
Indeed. Yes. You've gone back for what is your own, right? And then on the right, you have Jinyame, one of the most popular Adinkra symbols, which simply means that nothing can be done without God. So once again, the presence of God being manifest in the messaging of this outfit that the President of the Republic is wearing. And then the symbol at the bottom, a less popular one. I believe it's the horns of a ram formed into an Adinkra symbol. We are certainly very excited and interested in that one. We'll be bringing it.
It does appear we have the national anthem. Maybe we should go back there. Oh, that's it. Yes. Okay. Well, I saw the president standing upright. It does look like we're having a documentary on the journey so far for the president of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, and his vice, Professor Naana Jane Opoku-Agyemang. History indeed has been made. We have a former president making a comeback, and we've been talking about those symbols. It does appear that what he's wearing is sending a strong message as well about the journey so far. Kojo has told us about the Nyamidia, those 4 cluster of Adinkra symbols on the front, imprinted on the front of the president's attire. We have the Nyamidia, we have the Sankofa, we have the Jinyame, and then of course the ram's horn. I'm still trying to get the tree name for that. I have the ever name for it, but I would hold on to that one.
Go on.
I will
go on. Excite us
hold on
with
to
the
that
name.
one. But we're waiting to get the Chi Adinkra name for that. But of course,
it's not a game, sir.
Your Excellency, you may now proceed to do so.
The Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Members of Parliament, Her Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Jane Naana Opoku-Agyemang, Her Ladyship, the Chief Justice, Your Excellency, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President of the Federal Republic of Ghana, and special guest of honor for this occasion, Your Excellencies, Presidents, Heads of Government and Development Agencies, Your Excellency, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo, Presidents, gentlemen, my brothers and sisters, I wish you a good morning, and we give thanks to the Almighty God on this occasion. Our Father who art in heaven, we thank you for giving us this day, a day that offers me, your humble servant, a unique opportunity to work to reset our dear country, Ghana. 32 years ago, on January 7th, Ghana made its first and most you for giving us this day, a day that offers me, your humble servant, a unique opportunity to work to reset our dear country, Ghana. 32 years ago, on January 7th, Ghana made its first and most successful democratic transition, a reset, with the swearing in of the newly democratically elected President, Jerry John Rawlings of blessed memory. Our nation was returned to a multi-party democracy with a new constitution that went into effect, and the Fourth Republic was officially established. I refer to it as a reset because on that day in 1993, we made our fourth attempt at establishing a democratic system of government with term limits based on free, fair, and transparent elections. The handover of power on January 7, 2001, between former President Jerry John Rawlings and at the time the newly elected President John Ajekun Kufuor, tested that reset, and our nation passed with flying colors. So today, with my induction as the new President of the Republic of Ghana, history is being made once again. And it is a history worth repeating every 4 years with each newly elected president. Today, we're also making a different kind of history, one that speaks to our maturity as a democracy, the political future. Today's exercise between the outgoing President, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and I feels a bit like a deja vu. That is because 8 years ago to this day, on January 7th, 2017, we shared this same space and performed this same transitional exercise. At the time, I was the outgoing president, having served one term, and he was the incoming president, having been given a mandate by the people of Ghana to lead this great nation of us. He and I both understood on that day, as I'm sure we are today, that it is the people of Ghana that we are elected to serve. Somehow, it seems fitting that it is with Nana Akufo-Addo that I twice shared this stage and this unique historical distinction, because Nana Akufo-Addo and I began our national political careers in Parliament in the same year, 1996. He has always greeted me with warmth, a firm handshake, and a smile, and he is perhaps the only person in my life who has persistently chosen to call me Johnny. While we belong to opposing political parties, we shared a sense of mutual respect. In those early days, we probably could not have imagined that destiny would bring us to the leadership of our respective parties, and that we would have to face off 3 separate times as we each vied for the highest office of the land. Nana, as this will be our final meeting under these circumstances, and as I look back on the journey we have traveled together, 2 much younger men who entered Parliament together with a full head of black hair, and you with the same bald head and round eyeglasses, I have to say that you have, without exception, been a worthy opponent. I extend my warmest wishes to His Excellency, the former Vice President, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. It was a grueling campaign, and we gave it our all. Your sportsmanship in making an early concession eased tensions of the electoral contest. I wish you all the best in your endeavors. My brothers and sisters, the world in which Ghana exists today, as I begin this presidency, is not the same world in which we have lived under other presidencies. There are tensions and conflicts that have not previously existed between nations. These tensions and conflicts place pressure on alliances to decide where we will support. There's a seismic shift happening within the system of global economic dominance. Whereas the G7 nations, United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, and Japan once provided the highest percentage of the world's GDP, over the last decade, that number has been steadily dropping. However, the combined total of the GDP of the BRIC nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, Iran, Egypt, Ethiopia, UAE, their GDP has been consistently increasing. In 2023, for instance, the G7's combined total of world GDP was 30%. But by 2029, that number is predicted to drop to 27%. In 2023, the BRICS percentage of world GDP was 37.3%. And so what does this mean to us in Ghana? What could it mean to our economy? Where do we fit in this geopolitical maelstrom? Technology such as artificial intelligence has taken us to new heights, opening up the potential for national, financial, and personal security issues that we are not yet able to imagine. One example is the use of misinformation and algorithm manipulations on social media platforms to sway a particular group's sentiments towards or away from something. Now more than ever before, we need to strengthen our ties with our neighbors to ensure that we're working together to keep our sub-region safe. We stand in solidarity and work in alliance with all our neighbors in the sub-region. Recognizing the history of our borders, we also acknowledge that on the other side of our country's borders are our family members. They may be Ivorians, they may be Togolese, they may be Burkinabes, they may be Nigerians or Malians, but they are also Akans, they are Kasinas, they are Gwans, they are Ewes, they are Nzemes, they are Hauses, they are Moshis and Gurmes, because we are all part of one another, one big family. With the increase of the climate crisis, and as the waters grow warmer, melting the Arctic ice and permafrost, there's a greater likelihood for viruses that have been frozen and thought to be extinct for decades, perhaps even centuries, to begin to spread and create another global pandemic. The changing climate conditions, increased population density in urban areas, and mass international travel are enabling existing viruses to spread and mutate at a faster and faster rate than they did before. This is a serious challenge. Let us not forget the toll that the past epidemics of viruses like Ebola, COVID, and Mpox have taken on the families and communities and medical infrastructure in several of our neighboring countries and in the sub-region. Let us also not forget how swiftly and completely the COVID pandemic brought the entire world to a screeching halt. My government will be working diligently to strengthen our public health systems while monitoring the global health situation so that when, and not if, but when the next pandemic or epidemic occurs, the loss of lives in Ghana will be minimal. The larger world exists around us and to some extent within us. While we cannot and should never use it as an excuse to stray from the direct and immediate needs of Ghana for the well-being of our citizens, we must also bear in mind that the affairs of the world, if we care to shape, lessen, avoid, or even at the other end of things, maximize the effect they have on us. My brothers and sisters, barely a month ago, we held historic elections that have caused dramatic shifts in our political landscape. I feel greatly honored that you, my compatriots, considered me worthy of receiving such an unprecedented and overwhelming mandate to steer the affairs of our beloved nation at this critical time in our history. The magnitude of this victory in the presidential elections and the gains that were made by my party, the National Democratic Congress, in the parliamentary elections naturally and justifiably resulted in great joy and celebration across our country, Ghana. But celebrations, no matter how justified and how well earned, must be supplanted by discernment, sobriety, and deeper insights into why we received this kind of mandate in the first place. By voting as you did on December 7th, the Ghanaian people conveyed a powerful message, yet often overlooked by us politicians. This message was powerfully emphasized by a giant of American political history, President Ronald Reagan, when he declared at his inauguration some 40 years ago that governments have no power except that granted by the people. While Ghanaians take great pride in our thriving democracy, they are deeply dissatisfied with the quality of governance over the years and have openly voiced that dissatisfaction through the decisive actions that they undertake at the elections. Our people also understand that democracy is not just a token adorned with periodic elections followed by pomp and pageantry with the establishment of a new government. They expect that if democracy is celebrated as a superior means of governance, then its outcomes must be more tangible and benefit them in their individual lives. Any honest introspection and reflection on the pulse of our nation would reveal that many within our population do not feel that they have benefited from or partaking in this democratic dividend. Where people buffeted by severe economic crisis and hardships, and in the last few years we have lurched from crisis to crisis. But there is hope on the horizon. Today should mark the beginning of a new opportunity, an opportunity for us to make a difference in our governance and our economic management. We shall reset our dear nation, Ghana. Of my fellow countrymen and women who joined long queues and waited in the sun for their turn to vote for me, you have my sincerest thanks for honoring me. My firm, immutable assurance is that your votes will matter in the work that I will do to make a difference in the destiny of this dear nation of ours. Courage to bring change will not go in vain. Our nation was born with much promise. That promise would seem hazy and in doubt now because of all that has happened in the past. But I urge you, my fellow countrymen, not to be sucked into a state of perpetual pessimism. For some time, our country has urgently needed leadership with an unwavering desire to get things done. I, with all humility, assent that I intend to be that leader with your cooperation and your help. As your next leader, I shall strive to exercise sound judgment and be able to make the right calls at the right time. I will have the humility and presence of mind to take responsibility for any challenges and be willing to act firmly and timeously to resolve the challenges that we face as a nation. Since the elections, I have read and heard the word hope used many times in relation to my presidency and what it should offer the citizens of Ghana. I intend to speak plainly and clearly to you today, and every time I address you subsequently, I intend to always tell you the truth. The circumstances we find ourselves in are indeed dire, but even so, I'll be decisive and swift in my actions. We'll focus our initial efforts on 4 critical areas. The first is economic restoration and stabilization of the macroeconomic environment. The second is the improvement of the business and investment environment to ensure that Ghana is once again open for business. The third is governance and constitutional reforms. And the final, but not the least, is accountability and the fight against corruption. Actions have always spoken louder than words. With that in mind, I have entered into a covenant with you, the good people of Ghana, in which I have enumerated 26 actions that I'll take within my first 120 days. There is reason for hope, and there is every reason for hope. But we must also have faith, because faith empowers us to trust the things that will happen. With faith, you believe what you know, and that is why we need faith to be able to achieve our reset. We need a reset with the faith we have in our country and our leadership. We need a reset with the faith we have in our institutions. We need a reset with our faith in our dear nation, Ghana. And by that, I mean in all of us, because all of us are Ghana. You are Ghana, and I am Ghana. All of you seated here today, Ghanaian citizens, you are Ghana. The people who you are with or near you as you watch this on television, in your homes, or listen on radio, or follow on social media are what we call Ghana. I ask that we enter into the covenant with the Ghana we all love and the good people of our country who make up this dear nation. And I ask that you envision a Ghana that you want to live in, a Ghana that you want to leave behind to your children and your grandchildren. What can you do to help build that better Ghana that we all strive for? What behaviors, what attitudes and mindsets can we reset? We need a reset, and we have faith in Ghana's ability to overcome, excel, and be so successful with this reset that it will be difficult to imagine a time when that was not the case. As we stand at this momentous crossroads in our nation's history, I am honored and humbled to accept the mantle of the President of the Republic of Ghana. Today we celebrate a new administration and herald an unprecedented unprecedented era of opportunity and transformation. With Naana, Jane, Opoku-Agyemang by my side, we are poised to embark on a journey of progress and inclusivity, united in our vision for a more prosperous Ghana. This day is particularly special for us and for every Ghanaian who dreams of a society where barriers are shattered and ambitions are realized. With the inauguration of Ghana's first female vice president, we have turned a significant page in our history. Naana Jane's ascension to the high office is not merely a personal triumph. It symbolizes our collective commitment to fostering a nation where gender equality and female representation are cherished and amplified. This is a powerful testament to the power of diverse voices to shape the future, voices that have the courage to soar beyond our traditional confines. My brothers and sisters, together as we look to the horizon, we reaffirm our dedication to breaking the glass ceiling that has long hindered many from reaching their full potential. Governance that reflects all segments of our population strengthens our democracy and enriches our conversation. We stand committed to enacting policies that empower women and ensure that the door of opportunity is opened wide for our youth and our women, regardless of their background. Together, we'll galvanize our efforts to create a society where every Ghanaian can dream, believe, and achieve without any restraints. Remember that great leadership is not defined merely by the offices we occupy, but by the legacy that we leave for future generations. My administration, along with my Vice President, Naana Opoku-Agyemang, will prioritize inclusivity, accountability, and innovation, forging pathways that will lead to the upliftment of all of our citizens. I'm profoundly grateful for this moment, a cornerstone in our journey towards a brighter future for Ghana. In this resounding victory, I see a clarion call, particularly from the youth of Ghana, a generation that is brimming with potential and dreams that are waiting to be realized. This moment is a powerful affirmation that your voices matter, that your aspirations are valid, and that your future must be our priority. We're committed to translating your hopes into action and creating opportunities for education, entrepreneurship, employment, and empowerment. Our policies will be tailored to sustain innovation and foster industry that engages today's young minds and equip them with the skills needed for tomorrow's challenges. Together with the private sector and captains of business, we will create decent and well-paying jobs. As we embark on this new chapter, I assure you that our decisions will champion diversity in all facets of governance, ensuring that every Ghanaian, regardless of your ethnicity, your gender, your age, your religion, or any background, will have the opportunity to contribute to our nation's story. Ghana's youth represent the heartbeat of our democracy. Their ambition will drive our policies as we strive to create an inclusive, equitable society where everyone has a seat at the table. Our vision hinges on the introduction and implementation of a 24-hour economy. An innovative and vibrant 24-hour Ghanaian economy, which will also be anchored in agriculture and agribusiness. This innovative approach would unlock potentials that have long remained dormant, enabling us to harness the energy and creativity of all our people. Just imagine a Ghana where our markets are alive and bustling at all hours of the day, with responsive public services accessible at all times, such that businesses can operate flexibly to meet the diverse demands that they are subjected to. And young people, including entrepreneurs, can find opportunities regardless of traditional institutions. The 24-hour economy model will also bolster job creation for the young people, stimulate local industry, and attract foreign investments, and allow us to build resilient communities and a sustainable future. This vision extends beyond mere economic transactions. It symbolizes empowerment, the empowerment of every Ghanaian to contribute to our national progress. My fellow citizens, this vision will allow us to embrace diversity, to cater to varied lifestyles and preferences, and foster a culture of inclusion, and ensure that every citizen can enjoy the fruits of his hard work. To the business leaders and entrepreneurs, I invite you to support this new model and join me in shaping a business environment where creativity thrives and where the fruits of your investments contribute to the collective welfare of our nation. Your role in driving our economy forward cannot be overstated. Your innovation and dedication will be a backbone of our success story. And I pledge to you that we would look at the tax regime and rationalize them so that they are more transparent and fair. Members of the business community, I assure you, Ghana is open for business again. Thank you, Your Excellencies, my fellow presidents, for leaving what is a busy schedule behind and coming to join us at this ceremony. Your presence brings honor to this inaugural ceremony. And I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to all of you and to our sister countries who have traveled from near and far to be with us today. Your presence is a testament to the strong bonds of friendship and cooperation that exist between our nations. And I promise you I will work to foster the partnerships that transcends our borders, and I'll work collectively with you towards regional stability, economic growth, and mutual respect between our nations. To my friends from across Africa and the world, I thank you and welcome you to Ghana. And in our local parlance, I say Akwaba to all of you. To my family and fellow citizens, my wife Lodina, I thank you for your unwavering support and commitment to our shared vision. This journey is not mine alone. It belongs to all of us. It belongs to each of you. Let today be the dawn of a new era of hope, an era of job creation, an era of accountability, an era of institutional strengthening and resilience, and an era of unparalleled potential for all Ghanaians. We will write the next chapter in Ghana's story, and it will be one of promise, transparency, and transformative progress. My fellow citizens, this is a patriotic call to action for all of us to participate in building a nation that lives up to its promise, where hope thrives and dreams become a reality. Together, let us cultivate a brighter future for our beloved Ghana, where unity, progress, and equality are not just ideals we aspire to, but are the very fabric of our nation. In closing, I invite you to partner with us on this journey. Together, we can create a brighter future for our beloved Ghana, where unity, progress, and equality are not simply goals we are aiming for, but are the cornerstone of our society. Let's work hand in hand to foster these values and strengthen our nation for everyone. My fellow citizens, our invited guests, I thank you very much. May God bless our homeland Ghana, and make our nation great and strong. I thank you.
Yeah. Honorable members, on your behalf, I convey the gratitude of the House to His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, for his address. Your Excellency, the House is extremely grateful to you. Honorable members, may now we have the presence of our special guest of honor in the distinguished personality of His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the President of the Republic of the Federal, I should say the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is my honor to now invite him to deliver his address. Your Excellency, you are welcome to do so now.
Your Excellency, President of the Republic of Ghana, Head of State and Government here present, Right Honorable Speaker and members of Parliament of Ghana, members of the diplomatic corps, eminent personalities here present, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is always good when a friend and brother can visit the home of a close neighbor to celebrate his success and progress with him. Today, we celebrate African democracy as Ghana and our beloved people mark the transition from one democratic government to another. This moment does not merely symbolize another milestone in the evolution of Ghanaians' democratic society. It further demonstrates that in West Africa, we are capable of democratic and productive endeavors.
It is time that our continent critics stop forgetting the strides that Ghana, Nigeria, and others have made. We need not prove ourselves to them. We have nothing to prove to anyone except ourselves. We will lift our nations out of poverty and build strong and resilient economies for our people. Today, I am here not only as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, but also as an African in resolute support of Ghana and our people. This moment is a source of pride and honor for Ghanaians, the entire continent, and its diaspora. The sun is out and the sky may be blue, but I see today a black star rising high in African sky. This black star shines over this nation, and its rays spread across this continent with a sense of shared history, hope, compassion, unity, devotion to our common welfare. While others may seek to demean Africa and keep brothers pitted against brothers, that shining star reminds us of who we are. Better yet, it reminds us of who we can be. That star reminds us always to strive and work together, bond together, even when we disagree. We must choose the path of peaceful dialogue. Never can we do harm to our brothers, nor can we permit any outsider to disrupt our bonds of brotherhood. The spirit of Ghana, the first Republic President, Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, is here present today, lifting that star higher and higher. Just as Ghana draws inspiration and a well of strength from Kwame Nkrumah and many of his past leaders, Nigeria similarly draws inspiration from its founding fathers, who not only fought for our independence, but also cherished the close relationship between our two nations. May we always walk in the way and in the spirit of these enlightened leaders. Ghana is in harmony with that spirit, and President John Mahama inauguration today reflects that. Your new president is a man of patriotic vision and substance. He loves his nation and his people to the core. He believes that Your nation has a mission and intend for you all to fulfill it. No one can ask more of a leader than that. President John Mahama and I share a deep friendship. My dear brother, I am here to walk with you. You know you can count on Nigeria's support at any given time. You call on me. We are your brothers and sisters. We shall always be there for you. May your administration be a profound success and progress for you, Ghanaians, and the entire region. I am confident that new government under the leadership of President John Mahama will work with Nigeria to strengthen this powerful bond, leading to greater shared progress, prosperity for the people of our two nations. I have no doubt that your administration will bring about positive change and progress. Your accession to the power should also mark a new and invigorating momentum in pursuing sub-regional and integration and progress. With laser focus, we can tackle our people's most pressing problem of poverty, youth unemployment, instability, insurgency, and many other problems hampering our desired progress. May Ghana's democracy continue to grow stronger. May progress and prosperity be your portion. Let us all look forward to a future filled with hope, opportunity, and progress. God bless Ghana and its beloved people. God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria and its beloved people. God bless ECOWAS. God bless our beloved Africa. I thank you for your kind attention. God bless you.
Honorable members, we are indeed inspired by the warm words I now have the honor to, on your behalf, invite the visiting heads of state and former presidents to congratulate the President of the Republic of Ghana. I have a real tall list It is my hope and prayer was elected in my kingdom.
Eh? Well, the most important speech has been delivered a while ago by the President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama. He is the sixth for the Fourth Republic. Of course, we've had about 9 presidents in the country, but in the Fourth Republic, he's the sixth president, and he's just delivered that important speech. We've also had the speech by the special guest of honor, Tinubu Asiwaju Bola Adenkule Tinubu. He's the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Just some highlights from the speech of the President of the Republic of Ghana as we wait for the other congratulatory messages that are going to come through. I've seen the former President, John Ajikun Kufuor, heading
Ahmed Bola Tinubu of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Now, what else? What is the next on the agenda? Because
very soon we will witness...
Honorable members, I will now, on your behalf, call the names of our distinguished dignitaries, the heads of states and presidents from various countries, to come to congratulate His Excellency, the President of Ghana. And I will start with our special guest, the President, the Commander-in-Chief, and the Head of State of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the person of His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to lead in this whole exercise. Your Excellency, you may proceed to do so now. Bienvenue.
Merci beaucoup.
Félicitations.
His Excellency Felix Antoine Tshisekedi Chilombo, the President of the Democratic Republic of Congo. His Excellency,
Thank you.
the President of the Democratic Republic of Congo, we have His Excellency Umaru Sissoco Embalo, the President of the Republic of Guinea-Bissau. After him, President of the Republic of Cabo Verde, His Excellency Jose Maria Neves. After the President of Cabo Verde, we have His Excellency William Samoei Ruto, the rural boy, who is the President of the Republic of Kenya.
I went to his farm,
His Excellency Joseph Nyuma Boakai Sr. We also have His Excellency the President, Dr. Nangolo Mbumba. He is the President of the Republic of Namibia. Sorry. That is a she, not a he. Doctor, you may forgive me. After Her Excellency, the President of Namibia, is His Excellency Basiru Diomaye Faye, the President of the Republic of Senegal. We then have the President of the Republic of Chad, in the person of His Excellency Mahamat Idris Deby Itno. His Excellency Duma Gideon Boku. After him comes the head of state of the strong people of Burkina Faso, Excellency Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Members, the full meaning of Burkina Faso means strong men and women of integrity. We have His Excellency Brigadier General Brice Clotaire Oligui Nguema, the President of the Republic of Gabon. After him, we have His Excellency Mamadi Doumbouya, who is the President of Guinea-Conakry. And after him, we have the Prime Minister, Abdoulaye Maïga. He's the Prime Minister of Mali. We also have the Prime Minister of Niger in the person of Mr. Lamine Zain Ali Mahama, and the Prime Minister of Haiti, His Excellency Prez-Alphonse Jean. Prime Minister Mali, Prime Minister of Niger. After him is the Prime Minister of Haiti.
Bonjour, ça va? Bienvenue.
Equatorial Guinea, the person of His Excellency Teodoro Obiang Nguema Mbasogo. Then follows the Vice President of Uganda, the person of Jessica Rose Epel Alupo. We have the Vice President of the Republic of Tanzania, His Excellency Dr. Philip Isdor Mpango. That is rather the Vice President of Tanzania. We also have with us the Vice President of Cote d'Ivoire.
Greetings from President Museveni.
The person of Chemoko Meiliet Kone. Tanzanite. La Côte d'Ivoire.
After His Excellency the Vice President of La Côte d'Ivoire, we have the Vice President of Mauritania, His Excellency Mohamed Adihali Khatra.
Congratulations.
My father and I. Congratulations.
The Vice President of Mauritania, we now have the Speaker of Parliament of the Kingdom of Morocco, His Excellency Rashid Talbi Alami. After him is the former President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Olusegun Obasanjo. Together with his younger brother, the former President of Nigeria, His Excellency Goodluck Ebele Jonathan.
Speaker.
Morocco.
I'm Speaker of Morocco.
Yes.
I hope to see you.
Yes. Thank you so much for the invitation. Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, we made it. Fantastic. Wonderful. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming.
After His Excellency Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, we have the former President of Liberia, in the person of Her Excellency Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. After her, we have the former President of the Federal Republic of South Africa, in the person of His Excellency Jacob Zuma. After the former President of South Africa, we have the former President of Germany, His Excellency Christian Wolff.
After Germany, follows the Foreign Minister of the European Union, Belgium, European Affairs, Foreign Trade, and the Funeral Culture Institute. His Excellency Bernard Quentin. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman. Yes. Good to see you, Speaker.
After the Foreign Minister of EU, we have the Senior Minister, His Excellency Jean-Jacques Broya of Congo, Brazzaville. After Congo, Brazzaville, we have the Minister for Africa, the United Nations, the Commonwealth and Human Rights of United Kingdom.
After him comes the Minister for Defense of Zimbabwe, Honorable Opa Michinguri Kashiri.
Jean-Jacques.
President Baumia.
So nice to see people.
Look at you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Congratulations on your re-selection.
Thank you. Harriet has been a wonderful ambassador. We're all proud of her. I thought she stayed on ground.
We also have the Minister for Housing, Lands and Maintenance of Barbados, Honorable Dwight Sutherland, Member of Parliament. Barbados.
Greetings from Prime Minister.
Yes,
sir.
It's quite long. I have to cut protocol and go to invite the former Vice President of our great Republic of Ghana, in the person of His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Baumia.
At the end, we invite Lordina, and then also maybe Chairman of Council of Elders and the General Secretary.
Sorry. Honorable members, once again, the list is very, very long. I will now invite the President of the ECOWAS Commission, in the person of His Excellency Dr. Omar Eliu Toure. We have so many special envoys and ministers from Czech, Israel, Spain, China, Japan, Russia. We have the mayor of Los Angeles, United States. And please, you are all invited to follow in this order, the order I just mentioned. Thank you. Czech, Israel, Spain, China, Japan, Russia, Mayor of Los Angeles, Deputy General Secretary of the United Nations, Ms. Amina Mohammed, Secretary General of the Commonwealth, Right Honorable Patricia Scotland, the African Union Commission Chairperson, Special Envoy, His Excellency Wamikele. And we have the Honorary Consul General for Nigeria and Ghana of Belize, Dr. Ifeanyiku Ifede.
Speaker, starting the meeting.
We have the former Prime Minister of Ethiopia, the Secretary General of Climate Vulnerable Forum, Pan-African Parliament, the President himself, His Excellency Chief Fortune Zephania Charbura. We have the African Development Bank. The President of the African Development Bank is here himself. We have the Vice President of the World Bank in charge of Western and Central Africa. Then the ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development, the President and Chairman of the Board of Directors, our own Dr. George Ajekum Donko. We have the United Bank for Africa, Chairman of the group, Mr. Tony Elumelu, and we have the Ambassador of Bahamas, yes. We We have the President of the Secretary General of the United Nations Office for West Africa and the Sahel, Mr. Leonardo Santos Simao, and the Deputy National Secretary Advisor to Sheikh Khalid bin Ali Al Khalifa of Bahrain. And then the Executive Director of Africa Development Bank Group, and we have the Vice President for Africa International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, Usman Diagana. After all this, I will invite the former speakers of our parliament. They may come congratulate His Excellency the President. By the situation, not only time constraints, but the exhaustion of all gathered here, to invite the Chairman of the Council of Elders of the Great Evergreen National Democratic Congress, who could at his pleasure come with some of the executives of the party to congratulate His Excellency the President. And we will crown it all with the First Lady of the Republic of Ghana, Her Excellency Excellency Dramani Mahama.